Hey Active Badgers, we have a 40-minute yoga class here for you today. All you need is a mat, a towel, or a comfortable surface to sit on. So go ahead and get yourself set up wherever you're at, and we'll get started. To get started, we'll be in a seated posture. You can cross your legs or take them out in front of you if that would be more comfortable. Allow your shoulders to melt down your back. Sit up tall as if you had a string pulling you through the crown of your head. Hands can rest on your knees and just start to come into this space. Again, eyes could be closed, or you could find a soft gaze looking down at the floor. Start to notice your breath. No need to change it or to manipulate it. Feel the inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Take one more deep breath in. Feel the cool air in through your nose. And exhale, feel yourself let go. Continue with your breath, whatever feels comfortable for you today. And take as much time as you need, really coming to your mat. Remembering that yoga is just movement and breath put together. So this doesn't need to look a certain way. This is really about you moving in your body, feeling as comfortable and getting what you need out of today's practice. On your next inhale, roll your shoulders up to your ears, and exhale, roll them down and back. Feel your collarbones open up. Another time, inhale, reach up towards the ears with your shoulders. Exhale, roll them down and back. One more time, big inhale, shoulders lift up. Exhale, press them down. Feel yourself let go of that weight, of any tension, just showing up to your mat. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here together before we start to move. Remember that if your mind starts to wander, that's perfectly okay and that's perfectly normal. Try to bring it back onto your mat, spending these 45 minutes focusing on yourself and your body rather than outside distractions. After your last exhale, we'll come onto all fours. You can roll over your knees or swing your legs off to the side. We'll bring our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. Start with finding your neutral spine here. Pull your belly button up towards your spine, lengthen through your head and neck. Think about a long, long string of pulling the crown of your head forward as you reach your tailbone back. The fingertips are spread apart, and we're wrapping our triceps in to stay stable in the upper body. Take a deep breath in, lower your belly, lift your chin and your tailbone, find cow pose. And exhale, find cat pose. Round and curl the spine, the chin tucks in as well as the tailbone. Inhale, cow, lower the belly, lift the chin and the tailbone. Exhale, cat, round and curl the spine. Inhale, cow, belly lowers. Exhale, cat. We'll do 2 more just like that. Try to use your full breath, your full inhale through cow. And in a full exhale on cat. Avoid holding your breath. We want to keep it fluid. Exhale to cat. And inhale back to our neutral tabletop. Again, draw your belly button up towards your spine. Feel lifted and light here. Reach the right arm forward as if you're going to shake someone's hand, then reach the left foot back as if you were going to step on a wall behind you. All 5 toes are down towards the ground, and the hips are squared. As you reach the hand forward, think about length forward rather than lifting up. Take an inhale, find length. Exhale, round and curl in, trying to touch the elbow towards the knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, round and curl in, kind of like cat that we just did. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, round and curl in. Inhale, reach out. You can hold right here or bend the left knee. You could stay here. Another option is to reach around, grabbing the inside of the left foot, finding a quad opener. So as we kick into our hand, we'll feel our left quad lengthen. Remember to keep your head and chin slightly lifted. Avoid looking down at your knee. One more deep breath in. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, find length, let that go. And exhale, lower back down. One round of cow-cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Push through the mat. Find your neutral spine. Moving into our other side, reach the left arm forward like you're going to shake someone's hand. Then take the right foot back. Flex through the foot as if you were stepping on a wall behind you, all 5 toes down to the ground. Notice maybe you feel a little less stable as you take away contact points. Use your core for balance. Inhale, find length. Exhale, round and curl in, bringing the elbow toward the knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, round and curl in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach out and hold. Now you can stay here or bend the right knee. Option to stay here. Or one more option is to reach around, grab the inside of the foot, kick into the hand, find a quad opener here. So your quadricep, the front of the top of the leg, we're lengthening that muscle here, starting to feel a little bit warmer. One more deep breath in. Hold through your exhale. Slowly release, reach, inhale. And exhale, bring your hand down. Knee comes back down to the mat as well. One round of cow-cat, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat, round and curl the spine. Inhale, back to neutral spine. Moving into thread the needle. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. You could rotate the wrist a couple of times each way, starting to open up that joint. And on your exhale, bring the right arm underneath the left. Bring the temple down towards the mat, palm up towards the sky. You could stay right here, feeling your shoulder open up. You could reach the left arm forward. You could even find a half bind here, taking your left arm behind your back. Remember to choose the option that makes sense for you. Take one more deep breath in. Hold through your exhale. On an inhale, bring the left hand back under the shoulder. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Find openness. And slowly bring it back down. Other side. Inhale, left arm up towards the sky. Rotate the wrist a couple of times each way. Open up the joint. And then exhale, thread the needle. Hand comes underneath. The palm is up towards the sky. Option to leave the hand exactly where it is, or to reach the right arm forward, or wrap it behind the back if that would feel good too. Remember, this is your practice. Do the option that makes sense for you, and you can change it at any time. Take one more breath in. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, bring the right hand under the shoulder. Reach the left arm up. And exhale, plant back down, all fours. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips high and back, downward facing dog. Now this is likely your first downward facing dog of the day, maybe the first one in a couple of days, but certainly the first one in this practice. So let's be gentle on our bodies. Press evenly through both palms. Heels are not necessarily going to touch the mat here. We want to have a soft bend in our knees to give our legs space. You could pedal out one heel at a time, starting to feel through the backs of the legs, feeling your calves and your hamstrings stretch. As we're in this inverted V, the ears are between the biceps, and our shoulders continue to melt away from the ears. As you're ready, we'll find stillness in this downward facing dog if we were not already there. Lift the hips high and back 1 more inch as you press through your palms. Big inhale. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, look forward between your hands. Exhale, take as many little steps as you need to bring your feet behind your wrists. We want a generous bend in our knees here. Avoid locking out the knees. All 10 toes face forward, and we keep all 4 corners of both feet mounted into the mat. In your forward fold, you could keep the knees bent enough to touch the mat, or feel free to take a ragdoll pose, grabbing for opposite biceps or elbows. Allow your head to hang heavy. Maybe you take sways or movement side to side. Again, if your mind starts to wander, bring it back. And maybe in this pose in particular, you let anything that keeps showing up in your mind literally roll off your back, down your neck, and off the crown of your head. Find stillness if you're moving. Allow the hands to drop back down to the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Hands come to shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. Find length in your spine as the shoulders melt away from the ears and the knees are soft. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Pull the belly button up and in. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping a soft bend in the knees, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Head and neck are the last things to come up as we take our time. Roll the shoulders down and back, palms face forward, and we stand up tall in our mountain pose. Notice how you're feeling different, maybe compared to when you first turned on this video, when you first started your practice. Are you starting to feel more loose, more free? Notice how movement feels so good in our body. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, extended mountain. And grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Take a side stretch over to the right side. Our tendency here is to cave in. I want you to keep your chest open. Find space in your side body. 1 more breath. And back to center. Switch sides. Grab for the right wrist and take it up and over. Again, open up the chest. Notice that each side might feel a little bit different. Inhale back to center. And exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Option for the arms to come out to the side for a swan dive or to travel through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Hands come under the shoulders, step the feet back, and we'll hold for a few breaths. So right away you have options. You could stay up on your toes. You could also take planks down on your knees. Both are great options for building strength. Draw the belly button up towards the spine. Imagine a belt around your waist, hugging everything in. That's actually your abdominal muscles doing that work. Reach through the crown of your head all the way through your heels. Again, finding length, find support, find strength. Press through your palms, create space between your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, lower all the way down in one piece. Elbows brush past the ribs. Take your time, one piece, and we're down. Untuck the toes, hands stay where they're at. Inhale for a cobra. Open the heart forward, roll the shoulder blades back. Little to no weight in the hands. Exhale, forehead to mat. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, cobra. Lift up using your back. Exhale, forehead to mat. Inhale, cobra. Last time, elbows pull back. Open the collarbones. Exhale, downward facing dog. You could travel through your plank or through tabletop. Hands and feet are shoulders width apart. Notice that this pose might feel a little bit different now that we've started to move a little more compared to the first time we did it. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, feet come behind the wrist. Take as many steps as you need. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Press down through the feet to reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, side bend to the right. Grab the left wrist. Take it up and over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, reach, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, knees stay soft. Halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, plank, hands under the shoulders, step the feet back, up on the toes or down on the knees. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And on your exhale, lower down in one piece. Elbows brush past the ribs. One cobra this time. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Remember, you can travel through plank or through downward facing dog, whatever suits you best today. As we come back to our downward dog, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let something go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. As many steps as you need to bring your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Little change now. Inhale, chair pose. Hips lower as the arms reach up overhead. The weight stays in the four corners of the feet. Press through the heels. We should be able to lift our toes here. Now, depending on how your shoulders feel today, maybe lifting up overhead is not very comfortable, so feel free to reach the arms forward or to bring them to heart center. All of these are beautiful options. You can take any of them that suit you today, remembering our bodies might feel a little different from day to day. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, lower down 1 more inch. Find length through your low back. Open the heart forward. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, high plank. Hands under the shoulders, step the feet back, toes or knees. Lower down all the way to the mat as the elbows brush the ribs. Untuck the toes, inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you come to your downward dog, little change now. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. Keep the hips squared here. So it's not about how high our leg can get, but it's about that activation through the entire posterior chain. Press evenly through both palms. All 5 toes of the right foot are down towards the floor, so we're avoiding opening up our hip here. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, bring the knee all the way towards your nose. Step the foot through low lunge. Make sure that the knee is behind the toes, ideally stacked on top of the ankle. Lower the back knee as you're ready and untuck the toes. Inhale, find crescent lunge. Arms reach, front knee still stays behind the toes. Start to feel an opening in the left hip flexor. Shoulders melt down the back as we still continue to find length, reaching through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, half splits pose. Hands come down to the mat, hips come back, and the toes reach up towards the sky. Now we're starting to feel a stretch through our hamstrings in the front leg. Keep your chest lifted, draw your belly button towards your thighs, and the hips stay up off the heel here. 1 more deep breath in. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, glide forward to low lunge. Hands are outside of the foot. Tuck the toes, lift the back knee up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg up towards the sky. All 5 toes still down towards the ground. Avoid opening the hip. Press evenly through both palms. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Allow yourself to soften with the exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Pull the knee all the way towards the nose. Plant the foot between the hands. If it doesn't quite get as far as it needs to, feel free to give it a little pull forward. We just want to make sure that the knee is behind the toes. We should be able to peek down and see our toes. Lower the back knee and untuck the toes. Inhale, crescent lunge. Hands reach up overhead, the shoulders melt down the back. Now finding space in our right hip flexors. Deep breath in. Exhale, half split. Hips glide back as the front toes lift, finding that hamstring stretch in the front leg. Keep the hips squared to the front here. Notice if you can pull back slightly, but still keeping the hips up off of the heel. Chest is lifted. And all that really means is we're trying to avoid caving in here. We want to stay lifted and proud in our posture. Inhale, glide forward, low lunge. Tuck the toes, back knee lifts. Downward facing dog on your exhale. As you're ready, inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel the feet forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, soft knees. Exhale, forward fold. Back to chair pose. Inhale, hips lower, arms reach. We're not here quite as long this second time, so maybe you find a little more depth. Maybe you find yourself pressing deeper into the heels. One more big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, find length in your spine. Downward dog on your exhale. Step the feet back, hips are high and back, just like we've been before. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, low lunge. Option to lower the back knee like you did before, or option to leave it up this time. Inhale, high lunge, press through the front heel, melt the shoulders down the back. If the back knee is lifted this time, notice where it feels different. Just information to take in for our bodies. One deep breath in. Exhale, modified pyramid. Extend the front leg. Hands can come on top of the thigh. Maybe you come down towards the shin. Maybe you reach outside of the foot. If your knee is still on the ground, this is where we would go into half split. So we're mimicking that movement that we just did. Notice the stretch in the hamstrings. Pull your right hip back in line with your left if you feel it coming forward. Avoid caving in, keep the chin lifted. One more deep breath in. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, low lunge, bend the knee. Exhale, downward facing dog. Doing the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg up towards the sky, all 5 toes down towards the ground as the hips stay level. Exhale, knee to nose, low lunge, plant the foot between the hands. Here's your option to lower down to the knee or keep it lifted. Whichever option you choose, we all inhale, reach up, finding our lunge, crescent lunge or high lunge. We all find length. The front knee is stacked over the ankle. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, extend the front leg, modified pyramid. Hands come to the thigh, or maybe the shin, or maybe outside of the front foot. Pull the left hip back in line with the right, finding the space in the hamstring, and a slight bend in the front knee as well to avoid any extra stress on our joints. One more deep breath in. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, low lunge, bend the front knee. Exhale, downward dog when you're ready. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, let something go. We'll do 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let something go. Maybe you're letting go of stale air. Maybe you're letting go of distracting thoughts. Remember, this is your 45-minute practice to make it whatever you need it or want it to be. 1 more deep breath in together. Exhale, feel that release. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring the feet behind the wrists, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Extended mountain, inhale, reach up, root down. And exhale, hands come to heart center. We'll move on to a little bit of balance, so you can stay exactly where you are at the top of your mat, bringing both heels underneath our hips. Hands could even come onto your hips, or they can come to heart center. Starting with our tree pose, bring all of the weight into the right foot. The left foot comes up inside either the ankle, the calf, or maybe all the way up inside the inner thigh, if that is what is in your practice. We want to avoid the knee joint. Once you find stability, you can bring your hands to heart center. Soften your gaze here. Continue to open the hip by bringing the knee back and keeping the hips squared. If you feel comfortable here, you could reach and extend your branches. Roll your shoulders down and back, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, single leg mountain. Bring the right knee up towards your chest. Flex the foot, keeping the ankle underneath the knee. From here, kick back, find warrior 3. Now warrior 3, you could find this T position where your body is parallel to the ground. You could also stay upright if that feels better in your body. What we want is a long line from the tip of your head down towards your heel. So think about this as a pendulum. Wherever your leg goes, your upper body will follow, or vice versa. Keep the collarbones open, hips squared. Deep breath in. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, single leg mountain, 1 more time. Exhale, figure 4, ankle on the thigh, sit back into your hips. Keep the right foot flexed here. This will help you to protect your knee. And the more you bend into your left knee, the deeper this is going to be as a stretch for your hips. We find another deep breath together. And exhale, shake it out. Onto our other side, bring all the weight into the right foot this time. Hands can start on your hips. Bring the left foot inside the ankle, maybe up towards the calf. You could even bring it inside the inner thigh, but again, we want to avoid the knee joint. Open the hip up here. Hips are square to the ground. Square to the front. Hands could come to heart center if that would feel okay for you. Now, your option to stay here or to grow your branches. Now our balance is often different from one side to the other, so notice if this side maybe feels more stable or less stable. It's just good information for us to have, bringing awareness to our body and how we're showing up today. Inhale, single leg mountain. Exhale, warrior 3. Kick your left foot back, hands come to heart center. In your warrior 3, our hands could stay where they're at. They could also extend back, keep the shoulders squared to the floor now, or they could extend forward, find that length. 1 more deep breath in. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, single leg mountain, bring the knee up. Exhale, figure 4, ankle on the thigh. Sit back into your hips, finding that nice stretch into our left hip flexor, or our left hip. Again, this side might feel really different compared to the other side. Great awareness in our body. Come back to your breath. 1 more deep breath in, and shake it out. All right, so we should be at the top of our mat already. And as you're ready, heels underneath the hips, find stability, find groundedness. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, inhale. We'll take our final flow together. Hands under the shoulders, step the feet back, plank. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, lower all the way down, elbows brush the ribs. Inhale, untuck the toes, cobra, open the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips high and back. Come back to your breath in this downward facing dog. Now that we're down on our mat, we're actually going to stay down here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, feel the lightness as you let go. Lower down to the knees. Sweep the legs around to the front of your mat. We'll come to a seated posture with our legs extended. You can remove the flesh from underneath your sits bones to find a better connection if that would suit you. Feet are about shoulders width apart. Inhale, find length here as you reach the hands up and the head and crown of the head follow. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, seated forward fold. Now the goal is not necessarily to touch the feet. It's really about finding that deep stretch throughout the backs of the legs. So rather than thinking about reaching and striving to reach your toes, think about bringing your belly button closer towards your thighs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold one more time, hinging over. Maybe the hands rest on the shins or the ankles. Inhale, reach, sit up. Shoulders roll down and back. Reach the arms forward and lower down one vertebrae at a time. Slow tuck of the chin, lots of core control as we lower down. Reach the hands up overhead. Take a full body stretch here. You've heard me talk a lot today about length, about lengthening. So think about this as the longest or the tallest that we've been all day. As you're ready, bring your hands down by your sides. Bring your heels in towards your glutes. Knees are up towards the ceiling. Preparing for our bridge pose. Again, hands are down by the sides. And we're gazing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, press through the feet, lift the hips up high. Option to roll the shoulders underneath here. You could even find a bind underneath the low back if that would help you, or if that would suit you or support you in any way. As we hold this bridge pose, pull the knees towards each other so they stay in line and the knees are up towards the ceiling. Oftentimes our knees want to splay outward, so we have to stay extra focused, keeping them up. One more deep breath in. Exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. We find a supine bound angle. Hands could stay at your sides, or you could bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. I love this placement of our hands because I think that it's really powerful to feel both our heartbeat and our breath together. Two important physiological things that our body does for us. Our heart continues to beat. We never have to think about it. Our body continues to breathe. We don't have to force it. Maybe in this moment of stillness, we find gratitude for those two things that our body does for us that keeps us alive. As you're ready, bring the knees back together. We'll bring our right ankle on top of our left thigh, flex the right foot. You could stay right here, or you could reach through and grab the left thigh, finding a figure four. Very similar to what we did in our balancing posture, but now we're laying down. So maybe you find you're able to take this stretch a little bit deeper. Maybe you find that it feels different in general. Focusing entirely on stretching rather than balancing. Slowly lower the left leg down. Right foot comes down to follow. Left ankle on top of the right thigh, then pull the right thigh in towards your chest. Again, it's just an option to pull into the chest. You could just keep the foot down on the ground and have that seated figure 4 instead. This is your practice. There's no wrong way to do it. Slowly let that go. We'll finish with our supine twist. Take your legs out long. Full body stretch, reach. And then exhale, pull the right knee into the chest. You could even roll the ankle a couple of times each way. Then as you're ready, bring the right knee over to the left side of your body. Shoulders will stay on the ground, squared up towards the ceiling. So we'll feel a twist here in our torso, but we don't want to twist so much that our back is coming up off the mat. Inhale back to center. Extend the right leg long. Inhale, pull the left knee in towards your chest. And exhale, supine twist. Shoulders stay on the mat. Allow the left leg to fall off to the right side. You could use your hand for additional support if you want to or need to. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale, let it go. One more time, let's take a full body stretch. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, pull everything into a tiny, tiny little ball. Bring your forehead up towards your knees. Curl everything in. Squeeze your legs, your arms, your chest, your forehead. Big inhale, finding the tiniest little ball that you can. And exhale, we let everything go, finding our final Shavasana pose. So you can bring your hands out towards your sides. You can let the feet fall out. Find a comfortable position here, whatever works for you, so that we can have our final rest. We often say in yoga that this is by far the hardest pose. Our mind wants to wander, and it's hard for our body to stay in stillness at times. So give yourself that grace, give yourself this opportunity to be still, to be present. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to this moment. You've done all the work that you need to today. I will let you know when it's time to come up. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like to, but if you find it's ready for you to integrate back into your day, let's bring some movements to our fingers and our toes, our wrists and our ankles. Take a full body stretch, just like you're waking up for the first time today. And with little to no effort, you can bend the knees, roll off to one side, whatever feels comfortable for you today. And then slowly lift yourself up to a seated posture using just your upper body strength. Eyes can stay closed or at least keep a soft gaze. Hands can rest on your knees. And we'll finish exactly how we started today. So in these last 40 minutes, you've been able to take this time for yourself to disconnect from any outside distractions and to connect with your breath and with your body. Take note of how you feel. Take note of how good it feels to move. And maybe take note of some gratitude for all that your body is capable of doing for you. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms come together, down to heart center. And we bow together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this 40-minute yoga practice, Active Badgers. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.